Welcome to Capital Quick Takes. I'm Walter Gottlieb, Communications Director, and I have here with me in the studio our CEO and President, Max Richtman.
Thanks, Walter.
Thanks, Max. So, pretty astounding what Trump actually said out loud last night. I want to get your take on this, Max, because we have a lot to talk about. He said, I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anything at all. What do we make of that?
Well, we can tell that's true.
Mm-hmm. That is actually not a lie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a statement that Trump says what we've been thinking all along, that he doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
And it's obvious that he doesn't care. Look at what he's done to the economy, look at what he's done to with tariffs, with gas prices. So at least he's being honest.
For once.
For once.
That's right. Well, I want to segue into what Senator Ted Cruz said last week. He also said the quiet part out loud when he was talking about Trump's savings account for children. And he acknowledged what he called a dirty little secret, Max. And the dirty little secret was that these Trump accounts are a backdoor way to privatize Social Security. A, do you agree with him? And B, why are we so concerned about the specter of privatization?
Well, I agree that it is a backdoor effort to privatize Social Security, a huge mistake. We've been here before. I would tell the senator, we've seen this movie. We know how it ends. It doesn't end well for the proponents of privatizing Social Security. We know that President Bush, the day after he was reelected, the very next day,
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush came out to the podium, said, I have earned political capital in this campaign for president. I'm going to use it to privatize Social Security. And that effort flopped.
You were there. You were there.
I was there. We were watching him in our boardroom, and we were astounded. About as astounded as hearing Senator Cruz say the quiet part out loud now, all these years later. But at that time, the president barnstormed the country, town hall meetings, 30 town hall meetings around the country, and we kind of pursued him wherever he went, literally when we could get there or through the media. And that effort failed, could not even get a vote in a Republican-controlled House. A Republican-controlled Senate couldn't even get a vote on that proposal.
And you know, Ted Cruz called his counterparts in that Congress cowards for not going along with George W. Bush's privatization.
His predecessors in the Congress at that time in 2004, they weren't cowards, they were realists. They knew this was a bad idea. It would cost them re-election, and they killed the plan. And that's what I think will happen again. History is repeating itself, and I hope it ends up the same way.
And we're gonna try not to let that happen. Why is Wall Street, a lot of whom are Republican donors, why are they so anxious to have Social Security privatized? Can you explain that to the folks?
It's pretty simple. They want the money.
The money.
There's a lot of money. There's $2.6 trillion in the trust fund. They like to have control over that money. As Walter, you know, in Washington, it's about the money.
Follow the money, Max. Right. Speaking of movies, I saw a movie with that line in it once. Okay, so let's talk about another proposal, which is not quite as heinous, but which is getting a lot of traction in the media and which we would like to help shoot down a little bit. The Center for Responsible Budget, which is supposedly nonpartisan, but really leans to the right and is funded by the Pete Peterson Foundation, not a friend to Social Security. They have proposed capping Social Security benefits at $50,000 for an individual and $100,000 for a couple. Very few people would be affected by this now because very few people get $50,000 in Social Security benefits. But in 20 or 30 years, with inflation, a lot of people would hit that cap. So why do we think this is a bad idea?
Well, this effort by this organization that's headed up by Maya McGinnis has been committed to anti-Social Security proposals for a very long time. This particular one would do a couple of things. First, as you said, it's going to bring more people in over time to that cap.
To that cap.
Who would be affected. Second of all, this is a case of camel's nose under the tent.
Yeah.
50,000 is not going to raise much money for the Social Security program. The savings
Right.
are minimal because the number of people that would be impacted is so small. But it will open the door to means testing this program.
To means testing.
And that defeats the whole point of Social Security.
Means testing breaks the promise of Social Security, right? Because the deal is with the American people, you pay in when you're working and you get a predetermined benefit, inflation adjusted.
Yeah,
when you retire, this rends that promise, doesn't it?
Based on the formula, you will get your benefits based on number of work years, number of quarters, what your salary has been,
Right.
a cost of living adjustment, which by the way is inadequate, but at least it's something.
Yeah.
But you're right. This goes to the heart of what Social Security is about. It's social insurance. What this proposal does is transform it into a welfare program,
Right.
a means-tested program, which
Right.
is where this plan by
Exactly.
Maya McGinnis and her crowd leads us, is a plan to turn Social Security into a welfare program. And let me remind people, I know this is true with me, and I'll bet it's true with almost everybody that is listening and watching. You will never find a Social Security beneficiary who's ashamed to be on Social Security.
Correct.
Never.
Very proud of it.
You will
Yeah.
be hard-pressed to find anybody who is proud to be on welfare.
To the extent that it even exists anymore.
This plan turns Social Security into a welfare program. It would undermine the broad support that the program has as social insurance, and it's something that needs to be stopped.
Yes, and I know that you are out there all the time speaking publicly, speaking on Capitol Hill.
Speaking to you.
Speaking to me, which is the most important thing, let's face it, no. And going to town halls around the country. And of course, this is an election year, very important. So we are endorsing candidates who support Social Security. And what is it you say that it's not enough to just say you support it?
Well,
as a
when
candidate?
I go to town hall meetings, I encourage participants when they are at an event with a candidate, an incumbent, a challenger running for the House or the Senate, and the subject of Social Security comes up, you will often hear these candidates say, "Oh, I'm for that. I'm for Social Security." That is not good enough.
Not good enough.
They need to be pressed. If you're for Social Security, where are you for cutting benefits? Where are you for reducing the cost of living adjustment by changing the formula? Where are you for raising the retirement age?
And means testing.
And
where
means
are you on
testing.
means testing?
These are the questions that need to follow up a response of "I'm for it." It's easy to say "I'm for it." Doesn't mean that you're going to really be committed to protecting the program and its beneficiaries.
So we're going to hold any candidate we endorse to that high standard.
Absolutely.
And you should too. Max, this has been great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Walter.
All right, see you in a couple weeks.